Hello, it's Michael D. Fry back again. We're talking about relationships, and today we're talking about friends. What about your friend? Wait, I can't use that. Friends, hey, how many of us have them? Let me stop. But friends, I noticed this a long time ago. I have a difference in my head between friends and associates. Not saying good or bad or things like that. This is a little thing that I've learned to distinguish from. I had people ask me, they said, this just seemed like, Mike, you're just so happy-go-lucky. It seemed like you just like everybody or everybody likes you and you treat everybody just like they're your best friend and things like that. That's true. To a degree. But it was like, I didn't trust everybody. And I'm not saying you just go out there and just trust everybody. I'm from Detroit. Like, the city people, we don't trust people right off the bat. So it take us a minute to open up and talk to you and just open up to people, whatever. So now I've kind of developed something a little more like the South here. They say I'm just like friendly or just, hey, how you doing? Things like that. It wasn't always the case. See, in the city, we're like looking at you and just, like, what's your game? What's your angle? We're going to watch you for a minute. We're going to observe you and see, hey, what you about before we open up and tell you things. But now it's just that I've opened up and I'll treat everybody like they're my friend or best friend and things like that. But I have two distinctions. It's like there's a friends and associates. Okay, friends are more like your ride or dies. Those people that you can call on anytime. Those that could be your confidant. Associate you're friendly with, you may hang with them or whatever, but you know that in the midst of trouble or if you need something done or whatever, you can't really depend on them. A friend you could depend on, but an associate you probably can't depend on. And that's fine. I'm not saying it's good or bad or whatever, but my thing is like treat people like everybody like they're your friend or their best friend and things like that. This was something I've learned in this book that one time we had a Bible study at a church and we're talking about safe people. And they were saying in this book, safe people, you have people that are like the back of the bleachers people and the people that are front row in your life. Basically like if your life is a stage, or like in a stadium. People that got the close seats or your best friends or your friends. For me, people that are way back in the bleachers are like associates. And I'm not saying that I value the life of one over the other. I value all lives. But I'm treating that associate or that person that's in the bleachers of my life just like the one that's a friend. To them, they won't know the difference. And I'm not saying in any kind of way be sneaky or tricky or anything or lying to people. I'm not saying that. It's just I recognize that all people have some kind of value in my life. And so I'm going to treat them as such. But the difference in when I need something, I know I can depend on, to a degree, a friend, and I may not be able to depend on an associate. Here's some things in my life that divided friends and associates. Like I had this one brother, I thought was like we were real close friends in college. We were on internship, and I asked him, when that time comes for me to get married, would you be one of the groomsmen? And his response was, well, it depends on when it is. I can see what my schedule is like, and then I would have to know then. So to me, that recap classified him as an associate. Now my friend's response was like, I asked the same question. He said, hey man, whenever it is, I'm there. Just let me know. I'll be there or whatever. Now this is a question I asked even before I was even dating my wife. Like this was like years before I even met my wife. But I'm saying this, that a friend would be one to say, hey, whatever it is, I'm going to change my schedule. I'm going to do what I have to do to be there for you and support you and celebrate you in that. Now, associate is like, if it's convenient for me, if it's okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll figure it out and things like that. An associate could be more like a coworker too, that you're just not friends with and things like that. Not saying that you're not friendly with one another, and I'm not saying that you can't hang out and things like that, but the biggest thing to me, the biggest divider in it is like whether you need something. like your car breaks down and you need to help change the tire. I had somebody I thought was a friend. I just asked, "Hey, you got a jack in your car? Can you just come drive to my car so I can change this tire?" He's like, I'm like, "I'm not even asking you to change the tire for me. I can do that myself. I just need your jack, to jack my car up." But I'm saying it just showed me that, hey, this person that I was thinking that is my friend and that I would do things for, they wouldn't do the same for me. Now, if you're okay with that, that's fine. I'm not saying, do for others, only do what they would do for you. That's not what God said love is. And even the love that Christ had for us, He's gone above and beyond what we could ever do for Him. Even our whole life devoted would never replace what He done on the cross. So I'm not saying that to match job for job or thing for thing like that. But I'm just saying, be okay and don't be bent out of shape when that person may not go as far as you. Like, I've learned over the years, there's certain people that I just know that they're bleacher people and they're front row people, and I know them. Like, I know who they are. Now, sometimes bleacher people gonna say it like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there whenever you need. I'm there. Just let me know. Just give me a call, whatever." They say that when you call them, they don't answer. They don't answer the text back, and you don't hear from them like weeks. And it's like, "Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get back to you, but my phone was dead." Like, it's okay. I didn't even hold you responsible for that. I just knew you weren't gonna come through. So, some people are consistently inconsistent. Think about that. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today in relationships. Knowing who your friends are and who your associates are. Not saying anyone is not saying it's good or bad, but just knowing who's who. My thing is, like, if you know that, then your expectations of them, and when they let you down, you won't be so hurt. Now, people, we're not perfect, because I know I've let some people down, and there's probably still some people to this day mad at me that I don't even know, but we can't help that. My thing is that once in order to navigate a great relationship in friends and in friendship, it's like, let them know. Now, I have some that were friends and they were acting like associates, and I just let them know, "Hey, I was a little disappointed in this thing. When I needed help, I thought you could, come through." That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying drop everything, endanger your own family, endanger your life to come help and save me or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you didn't even think about it or consider it, it's like, I would do that for you. I think a friend is your ride or die, one that will do the same thing for you or go above and beyond for you. Anything you need, to a degree. That's legal, that's moral, and that's ethical. That's my thing. That's how my friends ride. Now, if I'm asking my friends to do something that's illegal, immoral, or unethical, I'm like, a real friend, you're not going to do it no matter who I am. Period. But anyway, so that's all I'm saying. In order to, the whole purpose of these relationship videos is just how we can cultivate and just grow and maintain better relationships and just become better than one another. And that's what I'm saying today. In order to become better friends, know the difference in a friend and an associate. As the Bible talks about, there's a friend that sits closer than a brother. And I thank God for being that friend that's closer than a brother. And some of my friends were closer to me or been there more of a confidant and things than some of my family members. So they are like relative to me, and I don't take it lightly. So that's all I was trying to get to today. In your friendship, know who your friends are, your ride or dies. Know who your associates are, people that may just be convenient friends. All right. Have a blessed one. We'll talk later.